Speaking freedom, giving you the answers to be free.
We use the client to develop, to grow, and to bring out the best in themselves. We are simply a tool to help you learn how to make better decisions. Not just one decision, not just today, but for the rest of your life. Encouraging each person through each trial and tribulation.
Work call. Yeah, man. Gotta go in here and dance, but I don't get tired.
Okay, so hi, it's me again, and I'm back, bitch. Okay, no, so for real, I'm on another trip in my favorite rocket ship, drumming through the skies in Atlanta. No, okay, so today's video is about being a soldier in the U.S. military, deployment, training, and how things work logistically. Now, listen, I am Army Iraqi Freedom wartime veteran. That means that I went to Kuwait, convoyed to Iraq for 3 or 4 days while armed, and was in Iraq for about 3 or 4 months, up under attack. Our convoy got attacked, our base got attacked. We experienced a lot. Now, fortunately from my unit in that deployment, I don't believe anybody died or were injured from, that type of thing. Okay, so of course, when you do go to war, there is some psychological variances that are present. There are some things mentally when you prepare for war. You cannot, this is not like basketball training or jiu-jitsu or taekwondo. When you prepare for war, and I think I have some videos that I've done before about my experience in war, like what that was like, having to shoot and fight. But as you get prepared for war, there's a lot of things that you have to prepare for mentally, because we are not killers by nature. You have to be mentally trained to know that anybody could harm you, that even an innocent child could be a bomb, or could be trying to attack, or could be doing recon to figure out how to attack. So you automatically learn to be, I want to say hyper vigilant, but it's not just about hyper vigilance. It is about awareness. So you become very aware and can see what's going on in the atmosphere around you. That means that you are trained to notice every little itty bitty detail. Now, training varies by person, by situation, and everything else, because some people will take the training for war seriously, and some people just go through the motions because they don't understand that you really have to pay close attention to everything that's around you. Now, one of the reasons why I'm doing this video while I'm out on my adventure is because specifically Michael Baisden, I love him for when he used to be on the radio. Michael Baisden posted a video of somebody walking through an airport. I'm not sure which one. And in that airport, it was soldiers laying on the floor sleeping. Now, there are hundreds, I would say, of comments where people are like, oh, that's so wrong. People should not, our soldiers should not be sleeping on the floor. Where are their accommodations? They should be in a hotel somewhere. Why ain't they taking better care of the soldiers? And they don't realize that logistically, that does not work for real. And so when I saw that post, of course, as a wartime veteran, as an Army veteran, war or not, I am in there like, hey, you know, soldiers are trained to get comfortable when they are uncomfortable. That means that when we go to basic training, nothing about basic training is comfortable. It's not supposed to be comfortable. We are not being trained to play Street Fighter with little Pookie and them up the block. We are being trained as a soldier to be able to anticipate whatever might come. And sometimes in life, you have to be uncomfortable and still find comfort. That means, so, example, I have a little cousin. She just joined the Army. I think she's going reserve. And so when she joined, she left out. She went on her way to boot camp. They was in the airport. So once they leave from the MEPS, they are taken to a hotel. They listen, when you go to the Army, I don't know, I mean, I want to say the military in general, because the MEP station is the place where all people go to join the military entrance program station, or whatever the fuck that probably mean, the S. But the MEPS is where everybody go. They give you a hotel room, they feed you, they, you know what I'm saying? They accommodate you in the process of joining, right? So when you get to that first sign, you got two sign-ins. You got the sign-in when you first sign your contract, and if you don't leave that same day, you got another sign-in the day you leave where you swear in for the last time. Now, the last swear-in is when you start your process. So you'll go, they'll put you in a hotel for the night, and in the morning time, you got to go and be ready to hit the ground running, right? So you get on a plane to go wherever your first duty station is, or the basic training that you will have. You get on a plane to go there. When you get off that plane and you get there, you are in the airport waiting. You might wait for 20 minutes. You might wait for 30 minutes. It might take an hour. It's no telling what is going on back at your basic training station that they are doing to make sure that they are prepared for you. From the time you go, you are hurry upping and waiting, okay? So as soon as you get there, you wait. And she was on the phone with us for about 30 to 45 minutes while she was waiting for them to come and get her, because they got to come to the airport and pick you up. And it's probably 100 or two of y'all. And y'all get picked up, y'all get put on the bus, and y'all get taken back to the base. When you get to the base, guess what? You got to sit in the line, and or it's probably in a building. When we went, there is, you get to the base, you go in a building to do your in-processing. In-processing, that means that they got them making sure your shit goddamn what it is, what it's supposed to be. They give you an amnesty box, so if you have things that they told your ass don't bring, you can put that motherfucking shit in the box and they ain't gonna hold it against you. And then you gotta wait, because you gotta get shots. They gotta do all your paperwork. You gonna tell you your blood type. It's a whole long process. Even that first night, it starts where they put you in a room, and guess what? You gotta wait They go through your bags. They make sure you got everything you need. And this is why sometimes I say it's like being in jail, because you really don't have control once you go. As far as what you do, they want you to talk a certain way and all of these things. So they check your bags. They make sure that you got what you're supposed to have, or you don't got what you're not supposed to have. And then from there, they take you. For us, we went outside of the barracks that we would stay in. And we was out there for another hour or 2 hours. It was like, at the end of the night, before we actually went to bed, if we got to the airport for them to pick us up at 8, we didn't get to bed till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And that was just what it was. And then once we was able to get to bed, we still had to be up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning so that we can eat breakfast, because breakfast is at a particular time and you got to eat in the chow hall. The chow hall is the dining facility. But as I progress, so once you go and eat, guess what? You don't just go and eat. You march, you sing cadence, and then guess what? You got to go and stand in a line, because it is 20 units that got to eat out that one chow hall. So that means it is hundreds of people going in, and you got to line up, and it's one by one. You got to tell them your last four, your social. You got to, you know what I'm saying? It's a process of hurrying up and waiting. Now, in basic training, you don't always get to not stand up. You got to stand up in the line. You don't get to sit down. You're not laying down. You're not sitting down. It don't matter if you standing out there for 2 fucking hours. Guess what? You don't have a fucking choice. You have to stand in the line and you have to wait. So when you get an opportunity to sit down or lay down, you really be thankful that they giving you a second to goddamn get your bearings, because in every other situation, that is not the case. So from there, I ain't gonna tell you everything, but from there, every day is like that. Whether you're going to a training or a class, if you are doing, you could be doing rifle training. Guess what? You gotta wait. You gotta get there. You're gonna be in line. It's gonna be an hour or so before they get everybody checked in, before they get everybody processed, and then y'all get to do the fun stuff. Every day it's the same thing. We gotta be there so that we ready for when we supposed to be there, and if we early, then we gotta wait. And again, you don't always get to sit down. You don't always get to lay down. You do not always get to take a breath. You have to be pushed to your limits. The military pushes you to your limits for good cause. We don't need people in the military that's lazy, entitled, and don't want to do shit. We need people in the military that's trained for endurance. You have to be able to endure, and this is what makes civilians so much different than military people and veterans, because y'all don't know how to endure anything. Y'all are soft, to say the least, and it's not a bad thing. Everybody isn't meant to be in the military. Everybody isn't meant to endure. But that's the reason why military people are less likely to quit. Now, some might be thrown off a little bit, but the endurance that a military veteran or soldier has is 9 times out of 10 different. Now, this is the thing, right? Not every military branch is the same. So not every military person has the same experience. Everybody knows, everybody in the military especially knows that the Air Force is more lax. They more about comfort. They more about all of the bullshit that civilians value, right? But the Marines and the Army is not like that. So to further go on, when you are in a position and you are moving with a large number of people, one of the hardest things to do is to allow people to disperse and go separate ways, and then thinking everybody is going to come back together. In the comments, I specifically used being a mom trying to get kids ready for school, the day, whatever the hell, y'all got going on. Trying to get a child ready in the morning is one of the hardest things to do. They have fits, they all over the place, they still tired. So imagine having 100 soldiers. Let me say 100 soldiers. They could range from the age of 18, 19 to 40. This is the reality of it. There are soldiers in the military that are still enlisted regular soldiers from the ages of 18 to the ages of 40. Now, we all know that from the age of 18 to the age of 40, that does not mean that everybody in that age bracket is mature or really responsible like that. So the fact that you're talking about 100 people from 18 to 40 thinking that they can be put into a room, a barracks, or any type of accommodations when it would be hard as hell to get all of those people to be ready to come back together within 10 minutes. Do you know how long it takes for people to get ready and come back together? That is not logistically possible, feasible, or efficient. Even if it is 100 rooms, that's 100 people that you're trying to make sure everybody is out the room, everybody is dressed, everybody got all of the stuff that they supposed to have, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, life doesn't happen like that. Shit is not like that. You cannot just do that and think that, like, if you are a mom, just imagine a cheer camp, a college tour, anything in which a person would take a group of kids to, and listen, I'm not saying the soldiers are kids, but age doesn't determine maturity. And the reason why I said 18 to 40 is because I joined at 17. So I graduated on my birthday, my 18th birthday. And then the career training portion of being trained in the military is about 9 months or so on average. So that means that when I get finished and ready for my first duty station, I was 19 years old. Well, I was 18. I didn't get to my first duty station until 19 because it was some holdover stuff where you had to hurry up and wait. It's like they train you and then they gotta figure out where you can go. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not, the military is not training people to be soft. When especially if you're getting prepared to go to war. I don't know if those people were going on a deployment or not, but you don't have time to have everybody separate. And matter of fact, it really builds camaraderie because y'all struggle together. Y'all in the trenches together. People talk about it all the fucking time. How being in the trenches together with somebody can make them closer because y'all struggle together. Y'all know what it's like. Y'all know what each other been through, and y'all can support each other better. This is why all veterans get along most of the time, and why sororities and fraternities and all of that makes sense. This is not, they're not on vacation, y'all. These people that signed up to be in the military, they signed up to be a 24/7, 365-day soldier. Unless they on leave, they on duty. It don't matter if they at home in their barracks or whatever. If the alarm sound, then they have to go. If there's an alarm, they have to go. They have to be ready at the drop of a dime to go. It's like having a go bag. You have to. If you don't, you're doing a disservice to yourself and the training and your comrades and battle buddies. Because guess what? It makes me want to tell you a story. So, and I already said I was in war. I already said that we fought, like, not hand-to-hand combat, of course, but we was firing our weapons and they was firing theirs. We got attacked more than once, but this particular time on the convoy we got attacked, and we got out the car and we shooting, right? Well, I'm shooting. My chief that I'm driving, I'm the driver. This is probably why I drive the way I do right now. I'm the driver in the war, okay? So we convoy, and I'm driving my chief. My chief, black lady, cool as fuck. I love her for the rest of my life. We protected each other on that damn convoy, okay? But, so, we are really, a vehicle had broke down. We was down bad. We was broke down and down bad, okay? And so, literally, we didn't have a choice but to, when they started firing on us, we got out of the car, the Humvee in particular, and when I got out, she just turned and she was firing from inside the Humvee while I was outside of the, leaning over the hood position, firing at the people that was firing at us. And so the crazy part is that there was a person in the vehicle behind me driving the Humvee with the photographer for the unit. They got regular ass jobs, baby. We in war. This nigga's taking pictures and shit, okay? Anyways, she's driving the photographer. This bitch did not shoot her gun. All the training that we had, she was hiding behind the fucking tire. The shit fucked me up, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, and when I say it fucked me up, like, it made me lose my train of thought when I was changing my magazine. I was reloading my gun, and I'm noticing her hiding with her gun behind the motherfucking tire of the car. And so when I start firing now, I'm seeing the dust from my shells hit the hood, and I'm not knowing if they hitting my hood or what's going on. And then by that time, the infantry people came and we was rolling out. We was on some real goddamn, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. But it's really what, like, when they play Call of Duty, that's really like how that shit be happening kind of sometimes, for real. So, yeah, you have to be prepared. And you got to make sure that the people that you with is prepared. Thank the Lord we all made it back, because if our life was dependent on the girl behind me to shoot the people for us to be safe, we wasn't gonna make it. Her ass goddamn was hiding. I'm shooting, she hiding. There's two type of people in this world. The people that watch shit happen and the people that make shit happen. I'm a motherfucker that makes shit happen. I ain't watching shit but how to make this shit work. That's it. But okay, traffic is getting a little thick, and I've said all that I believe that I needed to say. You can't put 100 people in 50 rooms and think that when it's time to go, everybody gonna be ready to Zoom. That's just not how this works. Because all people are different, and people be having all types of, you know what I'm saying, like, You don't never know how long it take a person to get ready in the morning until you rushing to leave and they ain't taking an extra hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all, if anything, as a wartime veteran, and on a more serious note, just pray for the soldiers. Pray that they're mentally stable. Pray that they are able to endure. Pray that they make it home safe. Pray that they survive and thrive even after they get out the military. Being in the military isn't designed to be easy. Only the strong survive. There are people that end up getting out of the military because they just couldn't cut it. But at the end of the day, you have to not think that these soldiers aren't trained for what they are facing right now. From the time you sign that dotted line and transition into being a soldier, whether it's the Navy, Army, Air Force, or Marines. Now, I don't know. Maybe in the Air Force, they don't have to do push-ups in gravel and all the type shit that in the Army, you know what I'm saying, they condition you to be tough. In the Army, I was conditioned to be fucking tough. That's the only way that I can explain it to you. I was not conditioned when I went to the military. They did not condition me to be soft. They conditioned me to be tough, to be a fighter, to be a thriver, to be a soldier in a time where I had to learn to be uncomfortable and get comfortable. So a lot of times when people talk about whether it is entrepreneurship or just surviving any type of adversity, it's about getting comfortable while being uncomfortable. If you quit every time something bad happens, you're never going to do anything. If you are waiting to be comfortable in order to make the next move, you're not gonna make the next move. Some of your best decisions are in the midst of extreme discomfort where you have to make a decision, and that decision has to take you to wherever you're designed to go. Nobody in the Army, it looked like those soldiers was Army soldiers based on their uniform. Nobody in the Army is trained to be soft. You are trained to be tough. You are trained to endure. You are trained for whatever the situation take, you gonna handle it. That's it. Have a good day.